How's it going? Back at it again. And we are going to be playing against Detroit in the first game of the month. Obviously, 6 games under 500 at this current time. The Cleveland Guardians have snuck into 44 and 44. They've put together some wins. And Detroit has fallen off quite a bit. They are almost a 500 team after being probably the best team to start the season. They've kind of weltered and taken a big step back. I don't really know what this team is. I really hope we continue to be more consistent like this stretch of games. I think this is what it's going to take to make the playoffs, just winning weeks. But, we're kind of just too inconsistent, and that's just been the problem with this team since we've won the World Series is the consistency. We honestly only we've been is consistently bad, and something's got to give. Detroit up 2, and they win. While the wind is blowing hard. Oh, AAA and AA are screwed up. I guess I didn't. I thought I had this set up, but guess not. I think that's fine. Oh man, I swear I set this. Did I not save it? That sucks. I thought I had this all set up the day before, but looks like I've screwed it up. Moving Mike back to third base though. Wasn't expecting to do this to start the video, so my apologies, but man. I think Bennett and Fuentes should prove it before they hit higher. But I mean, Diego Fuentes, man, he is exceptional at his age. He might be the long-term answer that I was looking for with Mark Carrera. Now 7 games under 500, and you're nearing the trade deadline. You've got 9 games here, 12, 19, and 24 games. You know, you could either make or break. This 24-game stretch right here might be the most important stretch of the season, because if we don't do good in this 24-game stretch, and I think we're going to highlight the stretch from July 2nd till July 30th. If we don't do what we need to do in that stretch, then we're going to have to pull the plug on the season. And, you know, some big-time players might be traded. It will be interesting what we do with that. But we're going to go against the Colorado Rockies. And we're going to get some at-bats in. We're going to play with Jordan Walker at home against Colorado, and we're not too much better than them. So we need to be careful. You know, the season has just not went our way. Obviously, you look at the bottom of the order. We gave this guy $140 million, and he's went from 97 or 96 potential this year all the way down to 92 because of his play. And this might be one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made playing this game, is giving him that contract when he didn't prove it. And quite frankly, he doesn't deserve it at this very moment. And we had a serviceable third baseman. We did not have to rush Carrara. I felt the need, potential and everything, but you know, he might be the biggest bust I've ever picked. I think he's a bigger bust than even Roscoe Morales, because a generational player went after Carrara. And if he doesn't have a good career, it's a bust. It's just sad that it even is at this point with him right now, but I want to stress being patient with him. I think patience is key in baseball. The second I trade Carrara is the second he becomes the superstar I imagined. He's obviously not going to win Rookie of the Year unless he just completely fine-tunes his game out of nowhere. But you know, you just gotta hope and pray for the best when it comes to him. But we do have other options if it comes down to it. Casino with a 1-0 game right now, and he is dealing. Not one pitch in the zone yet. And he hits Walker. A superstar treatment. That's how you know you're a good baseball player. If you're getting hit, they hit you with a pitch, that's how you know you're good. It's Thomas Rodriguez pitching against Walker with the bases loaded in the 8th, 2 outs. Big spot for the MVP favorite. And he's not an MVP favorite. I misspoke. But this is a big spot regardless. This game matters. Just like every game in this 24-game stretch matters. You know, I'm being a little bit more hands-on in year 9. I'm trying to guide the team to a playoff. And you know, if we can't figure it out soon, it will be another lost season. And Walker absolutely doubts this one, and this is going to give us a lead. And, you know, I've been wasting a lot of time playing with players that really don't deserve to be spotlighted. You know, I'm hitting with Mark Carrara too much. I'm hitting with players that don't deserve to be featured in this franchise, you know. We need to be focusing on our good players right now, and Walker and Langford are really the guys I hope can dig us out of this hole. We get out-hit today by the Rockies, but our pitching was phenomenal. Only giving up a run on 12 hits. So very good clutch pitching. Very happy with the performance. Pete Washington gets the player of the game, and he gets the win. And we're going to hop into this game as well. And we're going to pitch with Harding, who has struggled this season. I believe it's Harding's rookie season, and it's obviously not going the way you want it to. Still a positive WAR player, and I mean, as a fifth starter, you don't want this guy to go out there and win the Cy Young. I mean, he is the fourth starter, but that will not be for too much longer. Only 57 strikeouts for Harding. He's giving up a lot of hits. He's kind of going through what Almanzar went through because he's got very low pitch clutch, and once that runner gets in scoring position, it's a different ball game. And it becomes a lot harder to get people out. But
leading off tonight for Colorado,
you know, I think Harding can still provide value, and he can still be a great pitcher. You know, it might take him a year or two to figure it out like Lopez, but I've got faith in him. First pitch of the game from Tommy Troy will be a pop-out. Brenton Doyle is the pitcher.
That's a ball. Ball 2. Hey! 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a 1 now. Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2.
We will put it on a fight here. Trying to make up for that quick leadoff out. Harding punches him out. Now Rise, the former Rocky, the former Royal, puts it in the field he knows so well. He had one good year here for sure. And he can still hit. Rise just didn't really have a spot once we brought in a lot of others. You know, his bad play made him expendable. Cold Keith coming in and Donaldson emerging. You know, there wasn't anywhere to play. Release to Rise. Arch nemesis Mickey Moniak. He is a very sneaky good player, and you have to be careful of when you pitch to him. You know, hopefully Carrara can even be half as good as Mickey Moniak, because he developed pretty well in this series.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
You know, high school players are tricky, man. You really have to be careful. No, there's a science to finding stuff.
0-1.
It's a Del Amador.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. 2-1.
A strikeout from Harding. His 4th already. Harding is getting in a groove early at home.
Ball inside.
Here's Heliot Ramos.
Ball 2. Ah. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one is driven hard and into the gap, and this is gone. Heliot Ramos picks up the no-hitter and starts the game off with a home run. Here's warming Ernabel. I played the Rockies franchise. I was a big fan of Bernabel.
That's a ball.
You know, I wish I could have did that series a lot better. You know, we had a lot of fun players on that Rockies
1 ball, 2
franchise we just never got to see, and I'm trying to do better with this one. To get the good players we draft into the league, and there's Harding finishing it out with strikeouts. He's gonna have to look for support from his offense. Down 1-0. He's gonna have to try to keep it at 1-0.
0-1's the count. Ball 1. That's ball 2. Ah. 2-2 the count. He's out.
The bat, number 11, shortstop, Tommy Troy.
Whoa, that's upstairs.
Hey, here we go.
Aye. 1-1.
And Troy goes down swinging. You know, Harding is just getting him out right now. I don't really think he's pitching the best game. I think you really have to consider moving Harding to the bullpen and maybe giving Washington a chance to play as a starter. You know, it's just risky doing stuff like that in the middle of the season, but you know, as the years go out, we're going to have a lot of better pitching options. You know, people aren't performing, we're going to have to go to those other options. And you know, I think we found 4 starters in our rotation that's really just filling that 5th spot right now. Trying to do. Still have a lot of faith in Harding as well.
Ball.
Got a rise
One
hit
ball,
a
one strike.
got a hit earlier, so there was no no-hitter going when the home run was given up. 2 hits given up today from Harding. No offense from the Royals, and that's really been something that I've been kind of shocked with, is the low offensive output. You know, I think we have 8 really solid hitters in the lineup. I don't quite understand it, but
Did he go?
they say he goes. So a rise goes down swinging, and Harding gets number 8. And it's Grover Healy, a hit.
Nope. That's inside. Hey.
Big swing and a miss from
1-1.
Healy.
Ball.
Come on, home down.
You know, I think the thing about Harding that kind of is concerning is he just doesn't have that pitch,
Right fielder.
that elite pitch that will get batters out, you know, the one that you can rely on, you know. I don't really know what that pitch is for him. I know it's not the sinker. It doesn't really seem like his fastball is
0-1.
all that great. It's kind of below average, if you ask me, because he really can't control it well,
I
and
got 1 ball, 1 strike.
doesn't really throw it that hard. I mean, you could argue that the changeup is
Ball.
a good pitch for Harding,
You
but
got 2 balls, 1 strike.
if you don't have a great fastball to go with it, then how good of a changeup can you have?
Ball, that's in.
Oniak is working the count well, and he's in a good spot here.
Hey.
Finish him.
I got 3 and 2.
Got him the wave on that one.
Hey.
And he punched Moniak out to end the inning. Can the Royals get offense going here to give Harding a chance?
Leading off the column,
And they do.
the designated
They
hitter,
scored 2 runs.
Amador.
Now it's on Harding to get this team to a win. He's been gifted 2 runs, and let's keep the game at 1 run for them.
Hey.
Amador is swinging out of his shoes. He's making it easy for Harding.
Ball 1.
And he sits on that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Ball in.
I would really like to get Amador out.
We got a full count.
And Amador, he's trying to walk. Making it real tough for Harding.
3.
He punched him out anyway. A 10th strikeout. Now going against Ramos. Gave up a home run earlier to him. And he hit Ramos.
Right there.
I don't know if that was because of the home run earlier or what, or maybe it slipped out of his hand because of the rain. We'll never know. Unless you ask Harding, he tells the truth, I guess.
Ball.
Bernabeu trying to advance the runner here, and he gets a pitch that hit but fouls it off.
Hey.
Harding finding the zone with a changeup well there.
3 and 2.
That one gets away. 3-2 count to Bernabeu. And Bernabeu got a pitch to hit. It's driven and crosses running. It falls, and this can tie the game. And this is a 2-2 game. So Harding, some would say he screwed up putting the tying run on base, and this one is hammered Left field. Gone. Harding gives up the lead. This is kind of what his season has been. A lot of ups and a whole lot of downs.
Ball one.
Honestly, I think I'm ready to go to Pete Washington at this point. I think Harding is better suited coming out of the
I got a
bullpen.
ball, 1 strike.
I just don't think he can be a starter yet. Maybe ever.
He's out.
I don't know. You know, he's got great potential, but I think he needs to have his sword sharpened a bit before he can be a great samurai. I think coming out of the bullpen, eating innings, you know, coming in, maybe we're losing, maybe we're winning by a lot. It would be less pressure for Harding than having to start and finish a game. Maybe Pete Washington is the answer that we've been looking for. No, you don't know until you try. And I think I'm willing to give it a try. Right up the middle for a hit. The inning continues. This has just been bad for Harding.
Yeah. 0-1's the count. Nope, outside.
I think this game just gave me enough to see that Harding is just not the answer for this starting rotation this year. This is a very poor
That's ball 2.
Rockies team. They're not in Colorado. You could use that excuse if you were at Coors Field, but we're not at Coors Field. This is unacceptable. We've seen Harding be good in the past, but
He's out.
obviously not going to see it today.
Now pitching for the Royals.
And we come back and win. No thanks to Harding, but Castro has the win.
Our final line score tonight.
Our Carrara even helped.
Victorious Kansas City Royals.
And Bobby Witt, the player of the game. So we respond with a 4-run, 6 inning. And that really helped. And yeah, I think I'm ready to make this change with the rotation. I think I'm ready to start Pete Washington over Harding. And it's not really, you know, Washington can be scary, you know, especially with the home run per 9. You know, I'm very concerned with that. He's giving up home runs at an alarming rate. But it can't really get much worse than how Harding's playing. I mean, he's also giving up the home run. I think Washington, I think he deserves the opportunity. You know, and we'll see. You know, if he plays well, then he'll keep the spot. If he doesn't, then you know. But going for a series win against Omar Moya. We do have scouting here. Israel Serna Ruiz is not the most impressive player. We have 1 week of scouting to go. I don't want to see Johnny Sanderson. Let's look at Chuck MacArthur. Why not? Don't really. Not concerned. Want to get a game against Moya here. Let's get a game in with Langford and see what we can do here. You know, Rodriguez, I think, has been one of the best players on this team. He is going to get a contract extension from me for sure. I am in on Rodriguez as the catcher of this team. Foreseeable future. I'm going to take what he gives me and be very happy.
And now, your Kansas City Royals.
These uniforms look pretty cool. I don't ever remember wearing the white hats. Maybe I just haven't played in a while. They look pretty cool. Up to Langford. And the catch is made. Frozen into Carrara. He makes the catch.
Batting fifth.
Benny Montgomery up to hit as Sheets and Healy both score runs on Lopez. Not the best first inning for Lopez. This one gets through. So the inning continues. And Omar Moya. And the MO on our team this year is we don't do good against pitchers that are playing bad. We don't get the easy wins. Hopefully we can change that today, but that's not how I want to start. Pop up to second base in the outfield.
Batting third, the first baseman, Jared Donaldson. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 9, Brenton Doyle.
Pitch, drive it.
Moya with a 6-1 lead, and Langford. How much you can do with one swing down 6-1. This one is going to be caught. Better chance for Langford against Moya. He's having his best game of the year, unfortunately, against us. He finds the zone.
No, that's a ball.
That one missed. Langford blasts that one into the gap, and this is going to be trouble. Castro round in second, and he will stay at third. 2 on, no out, and they're both in scoring position for Walker. Good piece of hitting, and Keith. An RBI out. Langford against Leonard Sable here in the 7th. Langford, oh man, he's too late on that one. I don't know how I'm late on the 92. But we are, and Langford gets another chance against Sable in a ninth. Omar Moya gets player of the game as he shuts our offense down. And Miguel Lopez has his worst start of the season. And here's a big series against the Twins. Going up against Nick Lioto, game 1. And we win 11-5. That's a huge win. Brandon Fant, and this is a pitcher I just really struggle to get hits against when I play against him. I've just not done a good job at all. And Colt Keefe's contact has went down so much, man. I want to get another game in with Langford, man. He is starting to really become one of my favorite players to use. And we got a big decision to go. You know, Langford's up for a contract after the year after this year, and you know, it's going to be interesting with the prospects we have and, you know, the spots we have open. You know, if Langford and Walker will be on this team for the foreseeable future.
Batting second, the left fielder.
Maybe we just have to cut the cord. Dude, I can't see the ball, man. I hate playing here, man. This is by far the worst experience in MLB to show 24. You can't see the baseball. And he threw the runner out. And that was Soderstrom, who threw out his former teammate Castro. Langford hit it right to first. And Langford got a good piece of it. It's going to the wall and it's caught off of it. Here's Walker Jenkins. And he hits it softly in the air, and Langford not going to be able to get there. Is it in the wit, but a single for Jenkins against Collier. Here's Tristan Casas. Former Sock. This is hit to Langford. Throws it to Carrara, who thankfully turns around.
Now batting.
It's 1-0 and Fant pitching a gem. No run support so far. And Fant gets Langford to pop up again. Done this quite often with Langford so far today. 2-0 off of Cross's RBI single, and Jordan Wicks is the pitcher. We'll see the ball finally.
0-1's the count.
So I might have a chance here. One high.
He's out.
Langford. He's going to get tested, and this is going to be a double play to end the 7th inning. 2-0, and Wicks is the pitcher still. And hit on.
Out.
Very weak. And Langford grounds into a double play. And you've got to be kidding me, bro. Charles Lewis, man. I am so frustrated right now. We blew this game. And I am just absolutely sick to my stomach. Wow. I don't know with this team, man. I just don't know. I'm gonna get a game in with Gavin Cross, and I don't know anymore. This team is just sad at this point. Here's Gavin Cross in the box against Tanner Hawk. And he gets him to swing and miss. Not following the rules of Cross.
Ball, that's in.
And Hawk is not really giving him anything to hit, but we have swung at 2 of them. And that's the difference in this count. It should be a 3-0 count. But Hawk hasn't had to try. This one is going to go out of play. Thankfully for Cross's sake.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Tyler Soderstrom. The center fielder, number 32.
It's Gavin Cross again, and he's having a great series. It's 5-0, but that means nothing against the Twins. And Cross in his 5th year in his career.
1-1.
Cross is swinging a miss on a pitch not to swing at.
Outside, that's a ball.
Hawks' control has just been very all over the place, and obviously, and that will be an out, but he's obviously been affected by giving up 5 runs. On the ground, this is flipped in, a double play from Keith and Witt. David Peterson, the lefty here against Cross. Cross gonna hit it weakly, and it's gonna flail for a base hit. And Cross is gonna have runners at the corners.
Next for the Royals.
I mean, he's not happy, but I think he will take the result. Going up against Bryant Starr here in the 7th inning. Starr with a sinker. Start off this count. None of the Twins pitchers seem interested in throwing Cross. Stuff in the strike zone, and there's a base hit for Cross. This will dribble, and it will score another run. 8-0. Kansas City. Soderstrom hits a solo home run to make it 8-1. Fernando Almanzar, another gem. 8 innings, 1 earned run. He's been phenomenal this year. He has been the guy that we've drafted him to be. And he's only got a 5-8 record to show for it because we're not giving the wins when he pitches well. Tons of quality innings from Almanzar. Is this going to be sustainable the whole year? We'll see. I really hope so. But they have not been able to get the wins with him on the mound. I mean, there's that FIP, that component ERA. Everything is saying that this is Almanzar's best year so far. He's only 25. I've got tremendous faith in him. You know, Montoya, he's kind of starting to figure it out as well. Collier has been consistent. And today we will start with Pete Washington, his first career start. He's never started a game in his very short career, but he'll get the opportunity today to really show me what he can do. He's only got a fastball, a splitter, and a change. That kind of is concerning. I think for Washington to really be a good player, he's going to have to add another pitch to his arsenal. And, I mean, we'll try. And we're going to try to go for a series win against the Twins, which definitely matters. If we could have swept the Twins, that would have been huge. But unfortunately, we blew a game that we should have won. And it's on the kid, the rookie pitcher, to try to find a win for us. And it's 2-0 as Walker puts us up early.
0-1.
And on the ground, right to Donaldson. And this is not how I want to start the game, doing pitches like that.
Get this guy out of here. Owen.
Washington's always been a guy I've overlooked.
Strike 2.
And I mean, Washington has
1 ball, 2 strikes.
a good chance of really being a guy that can play here. If he can show me something. No, if not, then I mean, we can always trade Washington or Harding. You know, we have so much depth in the organization that trades are going to happen probably with some of these guys. And, you know, it's on me to figure out which guys need to stay and which guys can go somewhere else. And, you know, I want to keep the players that are good, and I want to get rid of the players that are, you know, mediocre, I guess.
Ball 2.
But Walker Jenkins,
Ball.
patient, 3-0.
3-0.
And he walks. That's why he hits 300. Here's Casas.
ball, no strike.
And he can still hit. And they run a hit and run.
Yeah, out.
Here's Soderstrom having a great year after, of course, not having a good year a year before. Might be having his best year of his career hitting 285. Never did that for us. This is his first time with an 800 OPS. Of course it comes when he doesn't play here anymore, but I was a fan of Soderstrom. He was very key to us winning a World Series with his timely hitting. Definitely a better catcher than Freddie Fermin ever was, with me at least. But he punches out. Here's Cruz, and this is a deep lineup, man. You can see why the Minnesota Twins are good when they have a lineup this deep. You know, this is when I would like for him to have a slider or a curveball. You know, trying to get him out with a changeup, a fastball, and a splitter. You know, you have to be a lot more creative for Washington, which, you know, I like to challenge. I do. But it's just not what I'm used to. What a nasty one. That one fooled Cruz. And I mean, I like how Washington feels. I mean, he has hung some pitches, but I like the way he throws the baseball and controls his pitches a little bit better than Harding. And obviously he throws a lot harder. Not a lot harder, but he can hit 97 on his fastball, which is respectable, you know. It's an average to an above average fastball. And Wemmer goes down swinging. Washington in a rhythm with his fourth strikeout, and here's Schwobel. And that's a base hit. Here's Brennan. And Brennan gets a hold of this one, but it won't go too far.
Two balls, no strike. No, that's a ball. 3-0. Go, trust your pitch. Strike, woo!
Davidson in a favorable count here against Washington. Hit and run. Twins aggressive on the base path. Another hit and run, and he punched him out. Jenkins, who walked.
0-1.
And Washington getting some pitches in the zone against Jenkins, and he hits one high in the air to cross, and it will be caught. Casas tried that turn on that fastball, and I think you got to be careful throwing that one to him again. On the ground, but foul. And he punched him out looking. Washington with his 6th strikeout of the game.
Now batting, the catcher, Tyler Soderstrom.
Ball. Hey, come on now. That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike. 2-2. Out. Hey, nobody out now. Ball. Strike 1. 1-1. Nope, ball 2. 2-1. Yeah. This is your moment. Go get him.
And this is Cruz taking this to deep left field, and it will go. This is the problem you have with Washington. He will give up the home run. Must have made it easy on that one, though. Only 93 miles an hour on that
The
fastball.
designated hitter, Joey Weaver.
No ball. 2 strike. Ball. Slow.
Weimer trying to get one to hit.
You got 1 here.
Former Brewer.
2 strike.
And this one hit right to Donaldson. He's playing a great first base right now. Making a lot of plays for his pitcher.
Up. No.
I think Washington, if he had a slider, he could just be a lot better.
1 and 2.
I think he needs like a nice breaking pitch. A curveball wouldn't be bad, but I think something that he could get righties out more consistent. I think he can be really good.
No, that's low. Be patient.
And there's Brennan, and he hit it right to Langford. Bad luck for
The
Brennan.
batter number 4, shortstop, Logan
That's the ball.
Davidson.
Hey, here we go. Play the 1 now. Ball. Slow. strike. Oh! 3-1. Ball. 1-0. Ball. 2-0. Ball 3.
Casas just waiting patiently for a pitch to hit from Washington. And he will not get one. He walks him. Here's Soderstrom, who takes.
Woo! 0-2. Strike! Woo!
And Witt is going to turn the double play with Keith.
No ball. 1 strike.
And he punches him out with a fastball. 9 strikeout for Washington. And this is a base hit over Donaldson.
That's a ball.
Hey, ready for that ground ball right here.
Up in the air. This one is hit to Rodriguez for the out.
Hey, come on now. Here we go. Strike! Woo! Nope, that's away. Strike!
Brennan, strike
One ball.
2 from
Strike.
Washington. Washington punches him out. Ardan's coming in the game, and Kansas City gets the win, 8-1. Washington, the player of the game, with his 8 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts. He did fantastic in his first career start. And so far to start the stretch, we are 5-2 in that 24-game stretch so far. Got a huge series against a very good team in the Baltimore Orioles. They have been a tough team to beat. And they still got Alcantara here. You know, if we can win 2 out of 3, I think that's a good series. It's not going to be easy, but we do have Miguel Lopez on the mound. And that does give us some hope. And I'm going to get a game. Wow, Bernardo Rodriguez. Let's get a game in with Rodriguez. And this is a different Orioles team than the one we played in the playoffs a couple years ago. Obviously, no Jackson Holiday anymore. But they still got Mason Wynn and obviously Evan Carter, who is just a tough guy to go against, man.
Batting seven, the catcher.
Ricky Nito hits an RBI double.
Rodriguez.
And Medina
Ball one.
facing Rodriguez. Got a fastball to hit there. Medina put one in the zone, 98. And a swing and a miss on the slider, Medina.
1-2.
And there is a hit up in the air. Rodriguez gonna hit it to deep center.
Come on, huh? All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly, buddy.
Hook one. Ball one.
And a quick pitch from Medina. Rodriguez takes. And weakly hit on the ground for a base hit for Rodriguez. This is what he does, man. He just gets on base anyway, anyhow. I don't know how I feel about him wearing Salvador Perez's number, but no, there's no reason to take it off of him yet. He's playing good baseball. Just unlucky on that swing. That one right down the middle from Feltner. And Wynn hits a 2-run home run, and this is going to be a tough way for Lewis to finish it. Lewis, he got the out to end the ninth. That was worrying. And here is Henry Medina, a nasty closer. One of the best in baseball.
Ball. One ball, one strike.
Rodriguez a swing and a miss.
One ball, two strikes.
And he punched out Rodriguez. And Evan Carter wins with a walk-off. Not the team you want to fall behind or lose to. They're just a good team still. I think I'm going to let it be. Cool to see Ken Ramos make it, though. He's having a great year. He's doing a lot better than his brother. And here's DL Hall. He's going to go against Gerald Donaldson.
Donaldson.
We'll see what Donaldson can do against Hall. Hall can still hit 99.
Wood!
I've always been a fan of DL Hall. It's crazy. He went from Baltimore to Milwaukee back to Baltimore. What a journey. Weekly hit to third, and this is a double play.
Yeehaw!
Hey, one time, right
0-1.
now.
One and one.
Donaldson waits, hits it on the ground. He's going to advance Castro, but he will be out. Definitely knows he missed an opportunity there. And Enrique Barfield hit an RBI sac fly. 2 on, 2 out for
No,
Donaldson.
that's out. Ball.
Hall's got all types of pitches, and he can throw.
Yeehaw!
And he got him to chase.
2-1.
No, that was a good pitch to swing at. Just not ready for the speed that Hall throws it. 3-1. You just take a walk here and get Walker on. Oh, you take the pitch that you can hit, and we just didn't hit it well enough. Hits it right to center field, and that will do it. 3-1, and Derek Lott is the pitcher. We're right in Donaldson's wheelhouse. And he did it again. This one off a lot, but Lott is going to pick it up and throw Donaldson out anyway. And they won 3-1. And we're going to go to the draft. You know, to be honest, I don't really know what player we're going to take here in the first round. I've given myself plenty of options. We've got starters, we've got closers, we've even got position players. I think we've done a great job. And we'll just see what's out there. I don't know what to expect. And the Colorado Rockies with the first overall pick this year. Somehow the Seattle Mariners pick second. Amazes me. Let's start the draft though. The first overall pick by the Colorado Rockies will be Geraldo Perez. Pick number 2 coming up from the Mariners. They take Mark Munoz. And I don't think they did a good job with that one. And I believe this is the Cincinnati Reds who take Bo Freeman. So all positional players this year. We've seen a lot of pitchers last year starting pitching. This year it is the positional player draft. And Willie Henry is the next position player to go. 22-year-old college player heading to the White Sox. And Fernando Casadilla goes to the Angels. They already have great pitching, and they continue to add to it. Gotta respect it. I hate you, Chicago Cubs. They take Robert Berg with pick 6. They already have all these shortstops, and they just took Berg. And I wanted Berg. Berg was definitely a player I wanted because he kind of reminds me of Bobby Witt Jr. And he's got utility, flexibility. But there's a chance that Berg isn't that good of a player. And, it'll be interesting. DeAndre Cruz goes to Miami. That's maybe the biggest bad pick we've seen. Rob Wetzel goes. CJ Meeks. I don't really know who we're going to take now with that happening. Horacio Padilla goes to Atlanta. Houston picks Gregory Chaverne. And here are the Tigers. And they select Mark Ham. The Blue Jays select Adam Rubin. And I mean, we still have a good pick of the litter here. I wouldn't pull the trigger on Denson yet. I'd love to take DeMarcus Francis, but I don't think this is the spot for him. I think we need to take someone that's high on our board. Watkins would be great, but that signing bonus is concerning. But you got a guy like Donnelly, who isn't all that great. Some of these potential ranges make you wonder. Could take a huge swing for David Moya. This is kind of a reach, though, for Moya. We're kind of running out of time now. If we go value, I mean, we could go Carlos Gonzalez. Donnelly is very intriguing. He could be really good. The stamina is kind of what I'm concerned about. I mean, is that just what he is? And them taking Robert Berg just ruined everything, I feel like, man. Running out of time now. I'm gonna take Scott Donnelly. Not my first, fifth, or 10th choice, but he is the choice. And this is honestly one of the first round picks I made where I didn't feel all that great about, man. I thought I was more prepared, but I was not prepared for Robert Berg to go in the top 6. And, we'll see what happens the rest of the way. There goes Killian Rigdon. He goes to the Diamondbacks, and the only reason I didn't draft Rigdon is the walk per 9, the home run, the control. He didn't have elite pitching. He didn't have elite stuff. It just didn't seem. I want to get people that I can trust to develop, and I just don't see it with him. Weston goes to San Diego. I was a fan of Weston. Gil Gonzalez goes to the Yankees. Patrick Madrigal goes. Rome Clark was the next pick. Cesar Elvira. Liverpool goes. Here are the Diamondbacks, who take PJ Duvall. And I just wasn't in on Duvall. I mean, he's got a great arm and he's got a great fielding and reaction, but I'm just not really. I don't really see the upside with the hitting. Sheldon Murray goes to Chicago, or that's Cleveland. Coleman Reddy. Was that the Guardians who took him then? Oh, the Guardians took Robert Berg. It wasn't Chicago. Scott Watkins goes off the board. Now you really could think about Carlos Gonzalez here. He's intriguing. It's really intriguing to me. And we might just double up pitcher here. I don't really know. if I want to do that. I think we should take DeMarcus Francis. And there's a chance that Francis is a bust. I mean, could we just go with Steve Nunez and go with the safer round? A guy like Rico Franco could even be interesting. Do we go with Francis or do we take Nunez? This is a tough choice, man. I mean, Francis definitely has below average speed, but the reaction and fielding is great. Obviously, the arm won't be good, but the hitting is, you're getting him for the bats. He's going to be a great hitter. But if you look at Nunez, he's also could be potentially a great hitter. He's got switch hitting capability, great discipline. It's a tough choice, man. Man. This could potentially be a bust pick if we take Francis. He might not be this good. I'm going to take the risk with Francis. And you know what? Sometimes you got to take the risk. And we'll see who falls to us at 51. Jose de la Rosa. Henry Vega goes to Philly. Colorado's choice is Phil Katz. The number one player on the board goes all the way to 43. Eric Romero. A reliever. Luis Pena. The Oakland Athletics select Steve Nunez. It was bound to happen at some point. And here's the St. Louis Cardinals taking Alan Wilcox, the relief pitcher. The Braves select Carlos Gonzalez. Good pick there, great value. I mean, man, if Gonzalez would have fell to 51, I would have had to took him. Manny Moya. And one pick away from ours, the Blue Jays select Bobby Stewart. Now, do we want to go with David Brock here? He's got great potential range, but Not the best skill set. We already took a catcher a year before. It's going to take a while to develop him. We got an 18-year-old here he's going to have high potential. He's going to be a low overall. Don't pick till 93, man. 42 picks away. Do we think Denson would fall to 93? I don't know, man. We don't really need either position. So I think I'm going to go with the potential. And honestly, I don't know if I'm really banking on the potential here, but I like the skill set. I like the switch hitting. I'm going to go with Sandy Denson here. I think this is tremendous value at pick 51. Very excited. You know, I think I would have probably went with Nunez or Gonzalez if they fell, but you know, I think Denson was the best player available in my opinion. It's going to take us a while to get to our next pick, so I guess we sit back and enjoy the ride. Manny Mateo goes. And honestly, if the catcher does fall to us, I think that's who we're going to take. You know, I don't know if this is a great draft. I guess it really banks on how good Donnelly and Francis are. I just don't know. You know, with Cleveland taking Berg, it threw a monkey wrench into everything. I think I wanted to go with Berg and then a closer or something, but Berg going. Andres Rivera. Mitch Hughes. And there's Chad Del Villar. Tadahito Yamashita. And there's J.J. Green going off the board to Miami. Rodolfo Gomez Phelps. Yeah, a couple first basemen did go off the board. I think taking Denson was the right move. No matter what happens here. Detroit selects Johnny Sanderson, and he could potentially be a good player, or at least a good hitter. That's a scary thought. Oh my God, Cleveland's got free competitive balance, or compensatories, I mean. Oh my God. Are they going to be able to sign this class? Jeffrey Melton. Lawrence Merca. Cleveland is definitely rebuilding this rotation for the draft. They got a couple starters, a couple relievers, and they take a shortstop who I was high on. Here's Kyle Roll. Jason Garcia is a Tampa Bay Ray from Mexico. Derek Schofield. He's gonna be a good hitter. See if he can do anything else. And Dante Chance. And here is the Cincinnati Reds, and they take Orlando Justice. Angelo Mascara. Carlton Emerson. David Brock goes to the Phillies. 9 or 11 picks before us. And Brian Brennan, the next player. So David Moya went to the Mets. We didn't even notice that. Another catcher with Flores going off the board. Rich Gonzalez. Gary Cato goes to the Detroit Tigers, even with the injury. And I think with this pick, you know, I like Jeb Favre a lot. But really the hits per 9 is just too scary for me to select. With Steele, I just don't like his pitching stuff. I don't think he's got great stuff. When it comes to Rico Franco from the Dominican Republic, I am very intrigued. I like his sleeping curve, obviously. I'm drafting Rico Franco with pick 93. You know, the draft isn't going the way I want it to, but I think I'm doing the best I can. Hernandez could be someone to look for. He doesn't seem too bad. I don't know, this might be one of the first draft classes where I just don't sign all the players. Michael Starr. Yep. I don't know what we're gonna do here. And we have to pick now. I'm gonna take Jack Steele. And I'm gonna simulate to the next pick. And I like Henry Hernandez here. And I'm gonna take Hernandez. Didn't expect to take this many pitchers this year, but that's what's here. And this could be like a shot in the dark here. And I'm gonna take a player I didn't really look at. I'm gonna take Rod Hodges here. And that'll do the draft. In the first round, we took Scott Donnelly after Cleveland takes Robert Berg. With the 6th overall pick, we settle for Scott Donnelly, who will not have good hits per 9. He'll have to develop that, and I like a lot of the other things he has to offer. I think he's got good stuff. He'll be able to get right-handed hitters out, I think, with the stuff he's got. Marcus Francis, I think, can be maybe the bust of this draft, or maybe a big hit. He could be a really good player. And if he is, he's going to be a great bat, man. He'll be a terrific addition to the team. Take Sandy Denson, more of a project, but I think very worth it because he's ranked 12th on our board. We got him at 51. I think that's great value. We took Rico Franco. You know, there might be pitching that gets traded off this team, and I think this will help refill it if there is. Jack Steele, Henry Hernandez. This is probably, you know, the feeling I get is it's not really my best draft, but I could be surprised. I think it's going to be a mid-draft class, though. But let's finish off before the All-Star break. Let's simulate, and we do not win. We lose 8-9. Wannabe blue to save, it seems. And we're 7 games under 500. And I think we'll just look at some stats here to end it. And really, it's going to be the advanced numbers. Donaldson is still negative WAR. I'm wondering what brings Donaldson's value down so much. He's got 13 errors. Is that really all it takes to make a player negative WAR? He's starting to regress bad, man. This is another guy, like, what's going on with Donaldson? Did he have a 2-year peak? Is this it for Donaldson? I don't know, man. Obviously, negative WAR for Carrara. Mike Trout has got 2 hits all year and almost 40 at-bats. I think something needs to be done about that. Patrick Franco, I think he needs to be given the more at-bats. I mean, he looks pretty solid. Colt Keefe is leading us in WAR with Rodriguez trailing. You got Langford, Witt, Walker all at 2.7. And if we look at pitching, this should be interesting. No one with negative WAR. Kyle Redance obviously struggling, but no negative WAR. And Almanzar leading the team in pitching WAR, with Lopez not too far behind him with a stellar year. Getting a lot of quality starts, we just didn't get it from Harding. You know, our starting rotation has looked really good this year, and I feel like it's a good year for our rotation. I think the lineup has kind of been what's let us down at this point. Just don't know what to think or do. But that'll do it for this episode. I'm done. I'm getting off. Hopefully, when we check our players, they're good. And, you know, hopefully next episode we have something positive to talk about, because next episode could be very sad for the series if it's not, because I think players like Walker and Keefe and others could be traded. You know, I just don't know what to think. That'll do it. I'm out.